You're relaxing in your apartment, watching your favorite show. Suddenly, you feel a strong rumbling throughout the three-family home. Everything around you begins to shake. An earthquake in Massachusetts? It's rare, but possible. You run outside to find a crowd of people around your house. They inform you that your home was the only one shaking. And it's all because the man living on the first floor is being haunted. This is the Worcester Rattling house. Welcome to Ghost Binkers. Still pausing for that dramatic effect.
Some of us just keep going. we let the end of the music come to us when we do spooky stories.
Hello, junior and senior Binkers. I'm Trev, and I want to believe in ghosts oh so bad. And with me is my co-host and buddy, Killian.
Hey, it's been so long since we've talked about ghosts that this is going to be the episode where I get like sticker shock and remember how much I don't believe in ghosts. So right now I feel like, yeah, I could believe in a ghost. And then we're going to get the first detail and I'm going to be like, oh, ghosts are not real.
Or this is where
These
you
are fake.
realize how much you missed ghosts.
No, I loved the cryptids. I love the cryptids. I love the scaly guys, you know.
Together we are the Ghost Binkers, and we explore real life spooky stories and joke the spooky credibility out of them. A light binking, so to speak.
Yeah, you hit me with a different rhythm there.
Yeah, I confused myself for a second.
It's harder than you think.
So tonight's episode is going to be about the Rattling house. Ghosts are back. Thank you, Killian, for doing Cryptid Month.
Of course, yeah. Some of us called it Cryptid Week.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It was a week that felt like a month.
Hey.
So I think I mentioned this last week, but we had friend of the show, Sarah Barnacle, reach out to share some stories that she had worked on. So today we are doing a Sarah special Barnacle article.
Yeah, this is a genuine Sarah Barnacle article.
Yeah.
We're getting a particle of the Sarah Barnacle article. We planned this podcast on Particle to get a particle of the Sarah Barnacle article. Am I doing enough patter yet?
Yeah, no, honestly, I didn't have anything prepared for that, and I dropped the ball and you picked it up for me.
We both have a heart full of a particle of a Sarah Barnacle article.
On Particle.
Yeah.
So
I did solve this one already, by the way.
The Rattling house?
Yeah. Unfortunately, a mad scientist made the house into a rocket ship.
Oh,
but
damn.
he had to abort launch because of the crowd. But he was gonna like Doc Brown launch the house up into space,
and then they were like, "Wait, there's too many people around.
And like, you're gonna fry the populace." And he was like, "This is my one chance to go through the moon gateway." And he was all pissed.
The 8th gateway?
Yeah,
to hell?
exactly. Yeah, he was like, I put the crystals at the Spidergate Cemetery.
Also, funny enough, Sarah Barnacle had some info for us on the Spidergate Cemetery. Wow, that's
psychic.
Actually, that's weird. That's
psychic.
I'm getting chills.
I had a coworker who moved. She left the work. She moved away, and I knew she was pregnant when she left. And then the other day, I was like, I haven't thought about my coworker in a while. Wonder how she's doing. And then the next day, I logged on, and they were like, "Hey, she had her baby."
Oh.
And I was like, I'm psychic. I saw the future. And it's definitely not that like 4.5 months ago, she was like, I'm 4.5 months pregnant. And my dumbass brain.
You just did the math in your head.
My stupid autism brain was like, we're remembering this date. We're tuning this date into our mind, you know?
But hiding the reason why you remember it.
So, you know, I don't even know I remember it anymore.
So Sarah Barnacle suggested some stuff for us. I also looked through her catalog because I wanted to make like this, like, you know, this is the first person that we've binked their work, and they said, keep doing that.
You looked through the closet full of Sarah Barnacle articles.
I looked through the closet full of Sarah Barnacle articles, and I found a fun little thing that had some like spooky laws that Massachusetts still has in place.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I did find one thing that really popped out to me that I thought was pretty funny and a fun little fact.
The nice thing about this is we live in the Northeast, so our laws are like, oh, a Puritan man got scared by a cat one time.
I saw a puckwudgie in the forest, and you're no longer allowed to walk in the forest.
The devil came to me in a deep Dover winter.
Yeah. So this one law, it's not even a law. It's like a weird technicality. It's a weird technicality. And these are Sarah Barnacle's words. Shout out to Sarah Barnacle. According to state law, the act of trick-or-treating can potentially be a form of extortion, during which children demand candy or treats with an implied threat.
Yeah.
Which is
I'm an egg
trick
that house.
or treat.
Yeah.
AKA, give me some motherfucking candy.
Me with a gun in my waistband. Trick or treat, man.
Give me some candy.
Leaning back.
I'm going to be whipping
leaning
tricks.
back so it pops out of my waistband a little bit. Yeah, hey, you want a trick? It's just, make a move.
Hey, I'm not saying anything is going to happen if you don't give me a treat, but it'd be a shame if this house got tricked.
I'm about to make that implied threat realized when I see fucking Whoppers enter my fucking candy bag.
Oh, God. How do you feel about Whoppers?
I hate Whoppers. I hate malt, I've learned.
Oh, okay.
Of any kind.
Not a big Whopper guy myself.
Twisted tea, Whoppers, anything malty, anything malted milkshake, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, they're okay.
I don't like it.
So tonight, we have a house that rattles, and we got to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
I teased upon it.
If the house is a rattling, don't come tattling.
That is what they say. They also say, if the house is a rattling, I'm telling daddling.
Daddling?
It's a trans dad who I think they used to be my dad and changed to Madeline.
Son, I'm always your father.
So they're like, you can still call me dad, but just please call me daddling.
Okay, yeah. I mean, hey, I'm proud of them.
Yeah.
Honestly, not the environment I would make that all public right now. I would lay low for a bit, daddling, but hey. Keep it under wraps. The aforementioned ghouls earlier.
But it was a matter of time before we had to meet daddling.
Right.
So we're going to get into this daddling article. I did also find a supplementary article that I assume Sarah's colleague Mark Sullivan wrote in 2018.
Okay.
So Sarah touched on this year in 2025.
Yeah.
So I have now combined the information from both to create a full picture story.
You were like, I don't believe this woman. I need to get a man involved.
No, Sarah, I did not say that. I did not say that.
You're she seems kind of fickle. I'm gonna get a second source on this one.
You referenced the previous article a bunch, so I figured I would also check that one out.
Ever since the P-Town episode, I've found that I can just do this. It's like untold power.
Not if I cut it at no, I'll leave it in.
You cut it so I just go like, I am stupid. Pee pee poo poo.
Whoa, I didn't realize I could do that.
And I feel like I would. Please, big strong man. Shit, so good.
All right, so on May, I haven't done the voice since the intro. I forgot how this goes.
I mean, mine became like a radio announcer voice by the end of it, so you got to be careful. It'll drift on you.
On May 11th, 1950, 1,000 people jammed traffic outside 14 Douglas Street to see the three-family house shake, its windows rattle, walls crack, and ceiling plaster crumble. Right off the bat, you see this house is in turmoil and you're just standing around watching.
What do you suggest they do?
Go away. Call
away.
Call for help and get out of there.
Call for help is a different thing than go away.
Call for help and then just, I don't know, skeet out. Why are you going to watch
the
these
mad
people
scientist
struggle?
in the basement's like, mind your fucking business. You never seen a rocket launch before?
Yeah, I don't know.
The Frankenstein monster's holding rocket parts and jet fuel. He's like,
he's like dropping shit. I don't know. I feel like if I were in a disaster situation, I would be so embarrassed with how many eyes were on me. I'd be like, don't look at me. Leave me. Let me struggle in peace.
Oh, yeah. I feel like I would be like, oh, I need help.
Help.
I'm so dainty. Help me. Please. Won't a big strong man help me?
Strange rumblings accompanied by a heavy pounding noise had rattled the house at intervals every spring for 3 years.
Okay, totally. We're in a totally different zone. I'm going to get this out of the way early because it's going to dominate the episode. Mm-hmm. Have you seen Attack on Titan?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to make a few jokes about the rumbling, just so you know, I think there might be like a colossal titan, perhaps.
Okay.
In the wall.
I'm vaguely
I think they might have
familiar.
made the walls of this house out of Titans, and this is them waking up when Aaron activates the power of the attack Titan to take back Marley and destroy the world.
I think it's kind of good when I don't know the reference you're making.
I can just sort of say sentences of
Well,
shit.
you can say it, and I can just kind of be the proxy for the audience.
It's like when I talk about like Social Security to my mom, and she just dozes off, zones out.
So it's funny. The Worcester Telegram actually is the one who reported on this in the 50s.
Well, it's in Worcester, right? So
Yeah.
they were
So
in the area.
this story is just iconic.
Shout out to independent journalism and also journalism in general. Anyone who's still doing it, you know, the hard hitters out there, the Sarah Barnacles of the world.
Shout out Sarah and Mark
Mark
Sullivan.
I almost called him Matt, so it's good that you say
Matt Sullivan. Mark Sullivan. No
Please,
cause.
Matt's my father's name.
That was my father's name. Now it's Dadalin.
No, it's Madeline, but with 2 T's.
Oh.
And you're like, oh, I Guess.
Yeah, Matty, still works.
Yeah.
No cause could be found for the mysterious phenomenon, which affected no other house on the street. That is the part, like, my first thought immediately was like, that has to be an earthquake. But then they threw in the part where it's like, only this house is affected.
Yeah.
Which I'm like,
Yeah, my first thought was like dog shit house construction.
yeah.
Just like one beam at the center balancing on like a ball bearing.
And somebody's doing their aerobics tape or something.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't have tapes in the 50s, did they? I don't think so.
They probably had they definitely had records.
Is this our first lookup of the episode?
No, 8-tracks couldn't have been out by then, right? It had to still be records,
VHS
I think.
tapes invented.
I'm thinking like music tapes. You know, maybe like an 8-track or something.
Okay.
Would've been
Just fun fact for anyone, VHS tapes were invented September 9th, 1976.
Yeah. Okay.
8 tracks invented 1964, so we're too early for even that.
Yeah.
I guess they could have an aerobics record.
Like a Super 8 camera would have been like what? Late 70s, early 80s? When was the Super 8?
When were Super 8 invented?
Yeah, it's like a handheld film recorder that fucking J.J. Abrams used or whatever.
1965.
Oh, pretty early though.
Yeah.
Earlier than I thought. Okay.
All right, so the 50s didn't have shit for technology.
No, they only had what the
They had a gramophone.
They only had what the mad scientist in the basement was giving them 10 years too early because he was stealing them from a portal to the future. That he found in the moon.
Everything they developed.
The moon man gave me this, and it's a fucking it's a fucking cassette tape.
Every piece of technology they developed, he just took to the moon.
Yeah.
So this is me pretending I don't already know what happened because I read the whole article, but I was shocked to be like, oh, only the one house was shaking.
Well, that's why my hosting was so good. I never read the whole article beforehand. I was discovering it in the moment. I was living in the moment, like like a true artist.
Shaking house, a mystery and headache to tenants.
Read the headline on the front page story in the Worcester Telegram on May 13th, 1950.
Most concerned safety landlord most concerned with safety in history. He's like, yeah, the house rattles. Anyway, $1,200 a month.
Yeah. That'll be $20, please.
Yeah.
Whatever it costs in the 50s.
No, I know, yeah. He's like, yeah, I knocked 1% off the price of the monthly rent because the house rattles inconsolably for months on end.
As usual, there was speculation of what could be the cause, supernatural or a more scientific answer.
I guess it is usual. I just thought the phrasing was funny, as is often the case with these things. It's like, is it? I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
so people. What were some of the theories? Give me the lead lines of what made this house rattle and shake and hum. Old bluesmen playing upstairs. You want to get there.
A lot of people thought it was ghosts. And
I hate to do this so early. Why? Why would the ghost do that?
Because it was the 50s.
Yeah, but like, okay, the ghost walking around. I'm like, oh, okay, it's living out its past life.
Mm-hmm. Why is it
rattling the fucking
building?
house? Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Like the ghost and 10 of its friends are like, get the fuck out!
The ghost is mustering all of its ghosts.
It's like a lot of fucking power from the ghost.
It's a 3-story building.
I don't even know if houses should be able to shake even if ghosts were doing that, to be honest. I think there's no way this isn't some kind of structural problem.
That or it's like a supernatural plane is colliding. It's like it's earth tectonics for supernatural planes.
It's the rub of 2 dimensions, essentially.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a rule. That's a ghost.
So maybe
maker
he's
rule.
not trying to launch the the house like a rocket ship. Maybe he's trying to generate the new plane and doesn't realize that it's happening.
Oh.
So he's like, everything's fine in here. What's going on? But outside, it's like the planes are colliding. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
rubbing. Yeah.
I will add though that the inside of the building,
Yeah.
like shit was falling off walls and breaking and
don't care.
everything.
Fuck
I mean, I
off.
guess maybe
Fuck
he
off,
doesn't
whatever.
notice.
Well, he's in the basement.
Oh, okay.
He's got his big machine, his big glowing blue machine.
He's
And
in the foundation.
Yeah,
He's
and then
fine.
depending on when the movie was made, a different thing would come out of the portal. So if it's the 80s, it's like a babe. You know, like a
okay,
babe comes in
yeah.
and she's like, "Whoa!" And he's like, "This alien,
Can you
Baba Booey?
Can you teach me how
Yeah.
to exist
And
as
if
a person?
it was the 50s, it was like a kid, and they're like, "Oh, it's Bork," you know, or whatever. And in the 90s, it'd be like a demon from hell, and it would eat you.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
would turn you into goop or whatever. And you'd be like, "It's Spawn."
If it's the
Todd McFarlane's Spawn.
if it's the
tie-in.
2000s, it's probably like an Asian kid or something.
It's like a Muslim person. They're like, "You did 9/11, you piece of shit."
And if it's now, it's just that little alien guy that Brett told us about on a couple episodes
Hell
ago.
yeah.
So a woman who once lived next door sent the Telegram and Gazette a letter. I don't know why I included the full name.
A woman
of
who
the-
lived next door with a big rope tied around the house that goes into a window. She's like, "I don't know how it's shaking."
They set out, and I'm assuming this is Mark who set out to investigate. They set out to investigate Worcester's mysterious house at 14 Douglas Street. And so they actually spoke with her.
Is the house still standing today?
Yes, it is.
Is it
It
still shaking?
Still exists. We'll get there.
Okay, so that's a no.
We'll get
I feel
there.
like you would have led with it. Still shakes to this very
to
day.
this day, some say it's never stopped shaking.
Yeah.
So
This has long been a mystery to my family.
Lauren King of Greer, South Carolina, wrote. Yeah. Yep.
Wait, what?
Yeah. South Carolina. She was shaking the house from South. No. Her great uncle was a Worcester fireman named Michael Hallahan. And he lived with his wife, Nora, in the first floor apartment at 14 Douglas Street.
Okay.
When the unusual events took place.
We're getting a little secondhand story here. You know I don't like secondhand stories.
I know. I was trying to find a firsthand, but
Yeah.
I think Michael is no longer alive.
He didn't know how to write. The firefighter couldn't write a journal.
Yeah, I mean, I think
anyway.
back then they considered that gay or
So
something.
this lady moved to South Carolina.
Yes,
She was like, "Worcester is not racist."
She's like,
enough for
I
me.
need-
I need more racism.
She's like, I need to get away from this shaking.
Yeah,
house.
I need to go to somewhere calm and peaceful, like Myrtle Beach.
So, also, Lauren King's grandmother, Elizabeth
You are putting her
Hallahan.
full name out there, huh?
I mean, it was in
And
the
her,
art.
like,
It was
town?
it was in the article.
All
I know. I listen. Take that up with Mark. Her grandmother, Elizabeth Hallahan, was a police officer's widow.
It's not a fucking title.
I don't. It was included. Take that up with Mark. You know. So she lived next door at 16 Douglas. So these streets are incrementing.
By one.
I guess by one.
Wasn't it? Because she lived at 14, right?
14, yeah. So the other side, I guess, is odd.
Oh, okay, they're across
Even.
the street.
Yeah. So 16 is next door.
Yeah.
Even's
to
all on one
14.
side.
But,
So 15 would be like across the
yeah,
street
15's
from
the
them.
one that shakes, right?
14 is the
Oh,
one that
okay,
shakes.
sorry. So the Lauren Greer lived
Yeah.
in 15
Lauren lived with her grandmother in 16.
in 16, and then who lived in 16?
Her uncle Mike lived in 14,
okay.
which is the one that shakes.
Oh, okay. So so they're on the side of the shaking house. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, for some reason I thought they lived in 14 and 16. and I
There's,
was like, who lives in the shaking house?
I'm
Is the
just-
shaking house 15 across the street? What's happening?
This is just a warning to you and the Bink Squad. There's going to be a lot of names
It's okay.
flying around,
It's okay.
and I will do a little
That's
recap.
my fault. That's my fault. I'm really good at lots of things. Visualizing physical space is like not. It really, like, if you ask me to eyeball how big something is, I will be off by a factor of like 15.
That's how people found the Dover Demon to be
No,
3
I know.
feet.
I would
instead
see him and I'd be like,
2
he was
feet or-
17 feet tall. Like, I just got no eye for it.
So Lauren's grandmother Elizabeth lived at 16, and that's where Lauren was raised in the late 60s and 70s.
As you can well imagine, they're all deceased now, and all that's left is the speculation and ghost stories that have come along the way.
Miss King, now 61 and a nurse in Greenville, South Carolina, wrote, which is confusing because it said she was from Greer before, but maybe she's from both.
I called her by that as her last name because I forgot it was King. So we're all fucking up over here.
Also, I need to make a correction, or maybe I said this. Her Michael is her great uncle, not her uncle.
Thank God.
Yeah,
I was so confused by that.
Yeah. The Telegram on Sunday, May 13th, 1950, described a remarkable scene on Douglas Street.
Hey, do you think Mark wanted a vacation to Myrtle Beach? And he was like, I got to figure out how to get to South Carolina. I got to get a story to get me out to South Carolina. And he was like, yeah, sorry, editor-in-chief, I'll have to go out to South Carolina for 2 weeks to talk to Lauren King.
It's a good theory, but I believe they corresponded on the telephone.
I don't know.
But
I'm on to you, Mark.
I like the idea.
He's got his sunglasses on.
Mark is going to be the next person to reach out to us and be like, I actually did just want
they got the Ben and Jerry's with the cotton candy there, Mark.
I respect the hustle. Describe the remarkable scene on Douglas Street where the Three family at number 14 had, quote, quivered as if shaken by a giant hand. It's supporting your Titan theory.
Yeah. No, it's the fingers of the colossal Titan are reaching up from the earth.
I'm picturing like an invisible giant, just kind of like like when adults like grab a kid's head and just like give him a little I feel that's what I'm picturing is happening to this building.
Yeah, when your uncle does it, you're like, stop fucking doing that. I'm 7. I hate that. I want to play Pokemon. Leave me alone.
I'm 31. Please stop doing that. 2 nights before, a crowd estimated at 1,000 had come from across the city to view the house, the paper reported. The next day, perhaps 500 had watched. Quote, as experts conducted an exhaustive 3-hour search for the cause and went away still baffled.
Half the people were like, there's nothing to look at here. This sucks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the day before they were like...
word of mouth on this house shaking
like,
is terrible.
The next day they were like, yo, you want to go check out the house again? They're like, I saw it already.
Wasn't that cool? Nobody fell out.
I don't know what it is, but I don't really care that much.
Probably the fucking rocket scientist in the basement.
But the important thing here is that experts came by and they were like, we don't fucking know, man.
Yeah.
We have no idea. Each disturbance lasted about a minute. The quakes knocked pictures from the walls and dishes from the shelves. A third-floor resident, Mrs. Arthur Singleton. Give her name. Is her name Arthur?
That's her husband.
Mrs. Arthur Singleton.
That's her husband.
Give her name.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. What is it?
Property of Arthur Singleton.
What is this? The 1950s?
Get it?
Yeah, because it is.
Yeah,
you know what?
He's like, you weren't talking to the papers again. I'm going to legally beat you for 3 hours.
Oh my God.
This is the worst time in American history.
Mrs. Arthur Singleton told the Telegram she had seen a bed on the first floor jump off the floor while a spasm was in progress. That sounds like some horny shit if I've ever heard of one.
I was gonna say, it's starting to sound very like Rocky Horror sex orgy rock song.
Yeah.
You know?
I know what spasm you're talking about, and it does shake the bed, let me tell you. Anyway. I lost
I do the spasm on the floor. Bam, bam. The house is shaking around. I do the spasm right out the door. Fucking Meatloaf's coming to fucking, the fuck Frankenstein's wife or whatever.
No.
I don't know, whatever the fuck's going on in that musical.
She said closed doors strained as if someone were trying to rip them from their hinges.
She said she sells by the... Sorry, I don't know why you
said
said it so tenuously.
She said Mrs. Arthur Singleton. Residents said radios in the house emitted peculiar whistles during the poundings, which usually occurred between 9 p.m. and midnight, though sometimes between 5:30 and 10 a.m. Which...
Okay, so 2 different times.
I mean, at that point, I would just say, like, from 9 p.m.
Also,
to 10 a.m.
5:30 to 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
Get a job. Sorry, boss, I'll be late today. I have to watch the house shake.
Mrs. Arthur Singleton most certainly did not have a job in the 50s.
Hey, girl, we're all getting to it. We're all getting to work, girl.
If she doesn't have a name for herself... She was definitely staying at home.
Was she not making rivets in 45 like the rest of us were, all right? Like the rest of us ladies?
I guess once it was over, they said, see ya, go home.
That's not what I heard in the history books.
Oh.
Women entered the workforce and they stayed there. According to
Joe
I tried
Jobbington.
I realized that there was no chance I remembered the author of my high school history textbook.
The shaking incidents were reported over 3 years, beginning in the spring after the frost had left the ground. The vibrations were plainly visible from outside in daylight, the telegram reported.
The lowest layer of the house is made of rubber, and so when the frost is there, it makes it hard, and then when in the spring when it gets soft, it goes like. That's my theory.
Yeah, it's like melting ice cream.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
Yeah.
The city's public works commissioner watched the shaking and couldn't explain it, the paper reported. Gas electric companies and water and sewer bureau crews likewise were at a loss to explain the mystery,
No way.
as were engineers who checked the foundation of the house and found nothing amiss.
Sure, I believe you, bud.
You think it's just like the classic inspector who's like,
Yeah.
he just knocks on like one wall and he's like, it's fine.
Yeah, he sees it and he's like,
Looks good to me.
he's like, I could fill out a lot of paperwork, or I could leave and let these people die in their shaky ass house. Who cares?
I could just say it's fine.
Yeah.
Lauren King said she grew up with the stories about the house being targeted by an angry ghost in the family's telling.
One single ghost.
An angry ghost. In the family's telling, that of her great-grandmother, fireman Michael Hallahan's mother, Mary Daly Hallahan, who died in 1928.
Okay. This woman saw Psycho too much. She's like, oh, it's an evil woman.
So Mary died in 1928, unreconciled to her son's choice of a wife.
So she's mad at old Mikey for marrying the wrong lady.
Yeah. Didn't we get Mike's wife? Was it Rita Hallahan or whatever?
Nora.
Nora. I was
So,
gonna say it's some kind of fucking four-letter
I'm gonna
look
check.
up if Nora had big old fat titties. And that's why Mike was in there.
I heard she had a pear-shaped body.
The only advantage to AI is that it's so desperate to please. It's so desperate to keep you engaged with the platform that you could ask it this question and be like, I bet she did. Like, it's desperate to say anything positive.
I'm going to Trev GPT.
Well, we're not sure, but if I know old Mikey, I bet he had something in mind. You know, you're like, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, you piece of shit. It's like, anyway, I boiled 4 oceans to answer that for you.
I'm going to Trev GPT eliminate unnecessary information and just boil down the names and people that are connected and important to the story. So, because I got a little confused by this family tree. We have Lauren, her great uncle Michael.
Yeah, Lauren's telling the story.
Lauren's
about
telling the story.
her great uncle Michael's
Her great uncle
apartment
Michael
he lived in.
lived in the shaking house.
Yep.
Her grandmother Elizabeth, sister to Michael,
Yep.
lived next door.
Yep.
With Lauren.
Yeah. Their
Their mother,
mother.
Lauren's great grandmother,
Yeah.
Mary Daly Hallahan,
Did not like Nora Hallahan.
did not like Nora, Michael's wife, and Mary is the ghost who is shaking the house.
Yeah, shaking the house.
I think we've covered everything
Okay.
there.
Yeah. And so one ghost can just do that now.
If they store
Why
up
doesn't
enough
every
power,
ghost shake the house?
if
Why
they-
doesn't every ghost do this?
I have to assume that they are living in a place that generates a lot of energy or electricity or electromagnetic radiation or something.
You have to assume that.
I have to assume
You have
that.
to, okay.
I have to assume that. And she is biding her power enough to shake the house. Now,
Yeah. She's hoping
why
someone
it
hits her, so
happened-
in 3 turns she can hit a big hit back, you know?
Yeah. She absorbs any
Yeah.
hits she takes, triples that.
Yeah.
That's why it lasted 3 years instead of 1 year, because she just kept getting pounded by
Psychic energy. From Nora.
From Nora's big honking
slut vibes.
titties.
Yeah, okay. There's a real woman you're disrespecting right now.
You started it.
I know what you're talking about. Trev, you said it. the rare host gaslight.
The story that I got from my grandmother and my aunt and uncle, they were all Irish and full of whatever, was that Michael's mother, who was from Ireland, didn't like the woman he was going to marry. She told him straight out, if you marry this woman, I swear if there's any way to come back, I'm going to come back and haunt you.
That is a direct
hilarious.
threat from Mary to Michael,
Yeah.
supposedly.
This was the story in our family, that grandmother Hallahan came back and haunted them because he married the wrong woman.
Fuck her. Look, anyone who's like, I'm going to come back and haunt you, you piece of shit. It's like, shut the fuck up. It's
not even in a friendly way.
It's not even. It's
not a friendly
it's not
haunting like your mom.
Not like my mother who wants to see me again. But isn't it enough to be an asshole in your regular life? Like, I'm gonna keep being an asshole. It's like, just die like an asshole. Don't come back.
She really. I don't know what Nora did, but she really fucking hates her.
Irish people, they're fucking drunks, but they're Catholics. Go get some holy water and throw it all over her shit.
Get her out of there.
Yeah. Hey, Mary. Fuck you. Fucking throwing the holy water all over her fucking favorite chair.
Oh, no.
He was supposed to marry Lizzie Monahan, who lived across the street on Douglas Street. Instead, he married this girl from Ireland, Nora Maroney. They did not like her, and there was a lot of family fighting and all that. I heard this story so many times.
The problem was she was too Irish?
I guess.
What the fuck?
She wasn't Irish American enough. She didn't know the struggle.
This looks like such a complicated...
Two quite Irish names.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's Irish as hell, the whole damn thing.
Many times. So, it is the classic...
your grandma's a cunt, right? She fucking says she's gonna haunt you the whole time. Fucking
so
Michael,
now we move on
it.
to the grand question.
Michael, did you piss yourself again? Nora's like, Michael, did you piss yourself again? Oh, dearie, shut up. You sound just like my mother.
He's got some mommy issues.
House,
He's got mommy issues. He was a real person also, but he's not alive anymore. We can say this about.
Well, none of the ghost shit happened, so I'm making fun of the fake world where the ghost stuff happened. How's that?
Now the real question is: was Grandmother Hallahan behind the unexplained banging and shaking?
Didn't she have a different last name? Was she Hallahan? I think you said Mary something earlier.
Great Grandmother Hallahan.
Oh, okay. I think you said her name was like Mary Clark.
Mary Daly Hallahan.
Oh, okay, Daly. Okay, that's why I don't think they were hyphenated back in 1925.
It's actually not even a hyphen. It's just that's her middle name, I guess.
Yeah, it could be. That's true. I assumed it was the last name.
It probably was her maiden name that she made her middle name or something.
Did you do that?
I don't know how names work.
Ellis Island or something.
Yeah.
The family of the house's owner in 1950 offers a more mundane but head-scratching in its own way.
Yeah, I never fixed the pipes. They're going fucking crazy in there.
So when I read that, I was like, how the fuck could it be mundane but more head-scratching?
Yeah, I lost the air compressor in the walls somewhere.
I'm going to do a Worcester accent.
Full tank of gas.
I don't think I know a Worcester accent. I think it's just going to turn into like a New York, Boston, Fall River hybrid.
Just dog shit Boston,
It's probably not as haunted as you think, said Randy Cavor. Randy is a retired fire department.
How many fucking firemen are in this town? The safest town in the case of a fire in human history. We've met 4 men, and 3 of them have been retired firefighters.
And one was a police officer.
So he's a firefighter half the fucking time, probably. Oh my god.
Apparently, Douglas Street is just a poppin' place.
I'm stuttering. I can't form words. I'm flabbergasted by the
people who can't see. Killian is foaming at the mouth.
What do you mean? He's a retired cop. Yeah, my brother, who's also a retired firefighter. It's like
he wasn't just a retired firefighter. Fire department district chief, and his late grandmother Victoria Cavor owned the house at the time of the disturbances.
Her husband was a firefighter at the time, and they owned the house.
So his family owned the house. From what I was told, he said with a laugh, "It's not as exciting as it sounds," which I'm about to tell you.
I will warn everyone. There's not a lot a landlord could say that would make me like them after. So it's probably going to be a heater coming out when I hear his explanation.
This might be the part of the podcast where I make Killian scream with rage.
Here's the part of the podcast where I make Killian scream with rage.
Maybe.
Where university engineers were unable to find the cause of the shaking, Cavor family members say a plumber later did, behind the medicine cabinet in the wall of the first floor apartment.
According to my cousin, someone put a washing machine motor inside the wall, Chief Cavor said.
Wait, my joke from earlier was correct?
Yep.
What do you mean someone put a washing machine motor inside the wall?
She's 99% sure that she doesn't want to get anyone in trouble, that it was the first floor person who wanted to buy the house from our grandmother. There was some type of motor he evidently put power to it, and it was enough to shake the whole house.
Yeah. Okay. That's I don't know what to do when I say something stupid as a bit and then it's correct. And so now I'm like stun locked by how stupid I was. I guess I'm curious what part of my psychic power allows me to tap into dipshit mind so thoroughly that I could be like, yeah, I want to buy the house. I'm going to make it shake so that no one can buy it. But then they'll think it's shaking, so I'll get to buy it cheaper. So I'll put a gas compressor in the walls, and then it'll fucking shake the whole damn house. Me and that guy had a mind meld across the 50s.
Yeah, across literal time and space.
60 years.
Time and space.
70 years, I
If
just
that's
realized.
not proof of ghosts, I don't know what is.
Honestly, that's more proof than the bitch mom.
Yeah.
The real dead woman we hate.
But like, does a washing machine motor fit in a wall?
I mean, I guess if you just cut it out or whatever and just find a way to make it shake, you know?
I guess it could have been like a smaller one or
It's
something.
gotta be
But
big.
walls aren't like
but also if you're,
wide enough.
I don't know if you're shaking. It doesn't have to be like fully in the wall. Is the thing, right?
That's
Like,
true. I guess if it
you
was
could just-
hidden behind the
yeah,
medicine
if you just put it in your fucking like I don't know. And also like I guess if you can shake the central like support beam of this house, you probably could get the thing to shake.
Yeah.
I'd also be concerned that I would like knock the house like I would fuck it up. But I'm not a fucking structural engineer,
I mean,
so I don't know.
It is kind of crazy because, well, so first off, this is accusing Michael of doing this.
This also feels like the engineers went into the basement and were like, nothing in the basement.
Yeah.
Like, you want to see the rest of the house? They're like, no, it'd be from the basement, I guess.
Yeah,
And they
it
just
would-
left, you know?
But so assuming this is true and Michael did this, crazy.
Oh,
for,
it's Michael?
yeah.
I thought
Because he was the first floor tenant.
Oh, okay.
Crazy as the first floor tenant to go, I'm going to shake this house up.
Yeah,
'Cause if
I
it
know,
collapses,
it's going on
everyone's
you.
falling on
Although I
you.
guess like, I don't know. I don't know which maybe middle floor? Who's living if it collapses?
I would think top floor.
You're falling.
Yeah, but you're
3
cushioned by the
stories.
fall of
The
your,
roof's
your,
in you
your fall is.
anyway.
I guess.
Maybe he like you go his bed has like metal above it. He has like a fucking canopy frame. Like wow, what an interesting bed you have.
He flips the switch on the motor and he sprints to his bed.
Yeah. Oh shit. I also just think it's funny because like he was like, yeah, I'll blame my dead bitch mother. Who cares?
Yeah.
She never liked Nora anyway.
Yeah. And then he ended up buying his own story. You know, like when you tell a story enough times, it becomes true to you. So now when he's drunk, he's just like, and I told her.
I didn't say
told her I was going to. I'm saying that.
I didn't say he bought his own story.
I think he bought his own story.
I'm fully ready to believe that people have been lying for 60 years. I think that's beautiful in some way.
That's fair.
To make up a ghost, know you're lying, and be like, I'm gonna keep lying. I saw the Dover Demon one time driving through the fucking streets.
Now,
It definitely wasn't a fucked up owl.
this is another classic case of me being very trusting of storytellers.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
as long as the facts are straight.
Mark's gonna get you on a Substack. You're so trusting. You know.
It was said among the Cavor family that the man on the first floor wanted to buy the house and that perhaps he was trying to make the place appear haunted to get the price down.
My cousin believes that's what the whole thing was,
Chief Cavor said.
She thought it was a washing machine motor.
Other family members confirmed that this was their understanding of what happened. The cousin who asked that her name not be printed was 10 years old in 1950 and recalled waking up from the mom and pop store the family operated at the corner of Grand and Douglas Streets to see the house shake. She said she heard that certain residents of 14 Douglas donned sheets and stood in the windows when a crowd gathered outside,
Yeah.
drawn by word of the latest shaking.
Yeah. It sounds like the Cavor's cavort over first floor.
Oh, whoa. That's a logic bar right there.
I don't know.
Some Eminem shit.
Don't kill yourself. Be like me. Not kill yourself.
I want to
My
live.
logic. Yeah, that's my logic. Shout out to Logic. these
So
days.
I didn't really register this when I wrote this in the
People were dressing up
in
like
the notes.
ghosts.
Yeah, so people were trying to like be ghosties.
The family. It sounds like people in the apartment, right, or not outside.
Yeah.
It sounds like the people in the apartment were like, "Oh, there's a ghost in here. Look at her go," which makes it feel more like there was them being
Which-
like, "This is haunted.
Yeah.
You gotta sell it cheaply."
Which is ridiculous because like I didn't think anyone actually believed that a sheet ghost was a real thing.
well, you're just like, "Oh, it'll look ephemeral through the window."
I guess.
The sheet waving in the light.
I'd be more impressed by like a
We should try.
silhouette or something.
That should be a Ghost Binkers project. We try and make a sheet ghost look kind of spooky. See if we can figure it out. through windows.
It'd be so hard. Yeah, we could try it though. I'm definitely.
I thought you were a little more enterprising.
No, I'm thinking that's a challenge.
I was saying you're supposed to. You're the one who's
challenge accepted.
You're the one who's enticed by challenge.
I do like a good challenge.
3D print the sheet ghost that looks scary or whatever.
I think I could do that. I think I could do that. So ghosts in the windows, faking us out.
Okay. I feel like other people should have mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
That seeing the actual ghosts. Because one lady said she saw a bed spring up in the air.
I'm wondering if like, the person who saw the bed spring up in the air was in the house.
I thought she was like next door.
No, she was on the, I believe, the second floor.
How'd she see a bed?
Because it was
her
bed. It was probably her own bed. Yeah. That's why I was saying like the spasming
also,
was probably
gotta be the worst neighbors of all time.
Yeah.
Like I get annoyed when my neighbors play music kind of loud. I can't imagine if they installed the sub pump into my wall and were shaking the entire house.
And then pretending to be ghosts about it.
Actually, maybe I've had these upstairs neighbors before. Maybe they were. Maybe this is what they were doing at 10 o'clock at night every night.
So I wrote a little note to myself here. At the time of gathering this information, my first question wasn't what's going on. My first question is like, doesn't anyone have anything better to do than watch a house shake in the middle of the day?
Yeah. Well, I mentioned get a job.
Yeah, I agree.
5 a.m.
Get a job.
5 a.m. to 10 a.m. I don't know how you're seeing it.
I don't know. I just like, I think 1,000 people is a lot of people.
I will say it dropped to 500 pretty quick.
It did. But 500 is still a lot of people to stand around and the street had to have been filled.
In the 50s? No PlayStation?
I guess. I feel like in the 50s, 500 is a bigger number.
You aren't getting me off Fortnite nowadays, but in the 50s, maybe. The sock joint was closed. The sock hop was closed, you know?
The juke joint.
The juke joint, yeah.
So was Worcester's mystery house a hoax?
Yeah.
Mike and Nora.
Oh, sorry. I don't know.
Mike and Nora moved over to Hurd Street, and there was no more shaking, so I don't know.
The Hallahans.
It would have been funny. It shook also. He's got his one pump trick that he keeps bringing everywhere.
That was Lauren speaking. Lauren
yeah.
Lauren acknowledges that there was no more shaking after they moved away. However, could that just be because they took the ghost with them?
Evil ghost. Well, their
or
new house didn't
they
shake.
were separated from the ghost.
Their new house didn't shake, though.
Well, so maybe Mary is trapped in that building, and so she's not mad at her son anymore.
I was going to say, do you think that she seems chill enough to be like, oh, good, I got no reason to be mad now? She'd be like, my fucking son got away from me.
That's true.
Bring him back right now. I'll see him in hell.
Probably. There have been no more reported incidents since then. The current owner had no ghost stories to tell.
It's got to be one of the tidiest.
Another person who said she lived at 16 Douglas for a time had no unusual events to report.
When John D. Ghost Fakerman moved out, all of the ghosts stopped.
And the little cherry on top, Lauren also did not have any other memories of anything happening during her teen years.
Yeah.
So it's fair to say that this was one of those classic one-off things. Never again. I mean, it happened for 3 years, but never again after those 3 years.
I really hope it happened like once every 2 months at most.
I know. It doesn't talk about the frequency at which it happened.
So I'm guessing it happened 1 to 2 times every year for 3 years. Like it happened maybe, I'll guess, charitably at most 7 times in 3 years.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it's more like 5. I'm guessing by the end it was like, oh, one more for the road.
Yeah, I'm trying to
because
see.
I feel like if it was happening once a week and you live in that house, you're killing Mike, right? You're cutting Mike's head off.
Well,
you're like, I'm making your mother happy, man.
But if
I'm exacting her punishment.
I thought you meant that in a different way.
No, I would if my downstairs neighbor was haunted by his mother and she was shaking my house, I would go downstairs and kill him for her.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Mrs. Hallahan, I've done what you asked. I'd be covered in his blood. I'd be screaming.
Are you not impressed?
Your wretch of a boy is no more. The cops find me. I'm giggling like a schoolgirl. The shaking stop. The shaking stop. They have to, arrest me forever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Lauren's not convinced by the story about a motor in the wall.
I'm shocked.
Lauren cites accounts.
I'm shocked she believes her loser uncle. He bought me a doll one Christmas. I love him.
Lauren cites accounts of beds jumping off the floor, water coming out of toilets, and dishes breaking.
Would a washing machine motor do that? I don't buy that at all.
If the house is shaking, yeah, it would do all that. If you're able to shake the house, all that stuff is normal house shaking shit.
Yeah.
The bed jumping also feels like you asked the old ass lady, and she was like, the bed jumped off and it was like the bed moved 1 nanometer.
I was gonna say, when you say bed jumping, I think like it's flying up, but I don't believe it did that.
Have you ever like slightly dropped a cup on a table at your grandma's house? And she's like, I thought someone was dying, and you're like, Grandma,
yeah,
I moved the cup. Shut the fuck up, girl.
Yeah.
You know, they're a little easy to spook, I'll say.
Yeah. People tend to embellish, she said, but nonetheless.
Not my uncle, though.
He
was haunted by his dead mother.
An old neighbor who lived at the end of the street and whose account she found reliable told her, you could see the house rocking.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
She said,
I didn't come a knocking, he said.
She said, I don't know. I still think it's the grandmother.
Yeah, that's great. That's your great grandmother, you mean woman. Look, I get you want to believe your uncle. If he's the cool drunk uncle.
Great uncle.
Oh, you did great. Yeah, so now I don't
Great
believe
Uncle
it anymore.
Mike.
Now I don't believe it anymore.
Great Uncle Mike.
Now I don't believe it at all. They talked 3 times.
He's just a grandpa, but removed.
Yeah,
well,
I
she
feel
lived
like-
next door, so
Yeah, but I still feel like you weren't talking to great uncle. Like, he's 70 when you're 12. You know, I don't know.
So we have a little bit of extra context, exclusively provided by Sarah Barnacle.
Okay. Sarah's like, yeah, I found the motor. The picture of Sarah with the motor fucking in her hands, you know?
She has like another story from a person or two. I'll have to
From the area?
From the area during that time.
Okay.
In the years since the 1950s, there haven't been any reported incidents of shaking, rattling, or even odd vibrations. But locals like P.J. Weldon are still wary of the building.
That's a sitcom character.
P.J. Weldon.
P.J. Weldon is the side character in a Family Matters episode. He is not the guy.
Yeah, he really is.
Urkel, who's your friend? Why, that's P.J. Weldon. He's my best bud. Pleased to meet you, ma'am. I love rocket ships, and my name is P.J. Weldon. Like, that's such a fucking dork-ass name.
They both adjust each other's bow tie.
Yeah.
They do the
PJ's a real ladies' man.
They do
he pulls his suspenders out. PJ's doing this the whole time.
Underbite, like the old guy underbite.
Yeah.
I'm picturing when they do the little suspender snap, their glasses both flip off, but they flip off onto each other's faces.
And PJ goes, "Youch!"
And Urkel does his classic. Did I do that?
Urkel, when installing a motor that shakes the entire house and knocks over all the dishes. Ow! I built a portal in the basement.
Dude, bring Urkel back.
Jaleel White, where are you? Did he die? I hope he didn't die. I don't think so, right?
I feel like I heard that.
I know. I just something when I said that, I was like, is he dead? I don't think he is. Maybe he's like, I'm not Urkel anymore. And maybe Urkel died. But he's fine.
He did not.
Thank God.
Die. Okay. Both of them are still alive.
Okay, great.
The actor is still alive, and Urkel is still canonically alive.
Oh, okay, that's great. Yeah.
He didn't die in the show or anything.
No, okay, that's good.
Imagine if they killed him off.
I feel like Urkel's one of those things where, like, because when the show was ending, they were probably like, okay, Urkel's smart, so he has to get a good job, so he's going to work for, pick a random guy in politics. And they're like, Urkel will work for this guy, Henry Kissinger. And then, like, they make Urkel a war criminal by accident, by just trying to make him get a good government job.
Oh, no.
Urkel, after we help bomb Cambodia. Did I do it?
Urkel in his 60s doing drone strikes.
Urkel convincing us to go to war in Kuwait. Did I do that?
So PJ Weldon, he has some things to say.
Urkel, did you find that report on the terrorism attack that was supposed to happen in September this year? Gotta go. Also, my voice is turning into Hawk Tua. Well, I gotta go to bed.
I'm going to bed now. So this is PJ Weldon speaking.
All the kids in the neighborhood heard stories. I was a kid, so, I probably thought I saw things that I didn't really see.
He is clarifying like he's a dork.
Of course, I was a child at the time as well.
Said Weldon, adding he lived just a few doors down. I never really saw anyone coming in or out during the day, but I did at night.
I'm waiting for like,
I was practicing riding my unicycle and doing my juggling routine.
just like a crazy dork hobby, you know?
I was practicing up-close magic tricks.
I was building my ship in a battle.
I still don't walk by it, he continued. I drive by, but nah, I don't walk by it. So yeah, he's a term that me and Amy have coined, fricked. He's fricked by this house.
Yeah.
And for those who need to know what fricked
Nicer
means,
than my term.
Fricked means when you are so freaked out that everything bothers you.
Yeah.
He's fricked by the house for sure.
Yeah.
Next door at number 12, the homeowner, who wished not to be named, said he'd been living there for more than 2 decades and had never heard of the home's haunted history, nor has he ever experienced any shaking.
Yeah, well, when did they ask him this? Because they asked him in 2 decades, and it was in 2010.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have lived there at the time anyway. You know.
2 decades would be 2005.
You know what I'm saying? Like if they asked him in 2010.
Oh, yeah.
They asked him in 2010, and he was like, "Oh, I've lived here for 2 decades." You know what I mean? I'm saying when.
I think this would be like this year.
So I guess they're just trying to check for like anything recent with the house.
Yeah.
They're not asking about the 50s anymore.
No.
Okay.
He added that other homeowners he knows on the street had not heard the story. So this story is kind of dying. The Telegram is single-handedly keeping the story alive.
I appreciate it.
Standing in front of the
A little
three-decker.
muckraking from the boys for the Telegram.
Standing in front of the three-decker, it doesn't look haunted, nor does it rattle. Knocking on the door of the 9-bedroom, 3-bath house seems no different than any other 3-decker in the city. Thankfully, no one knocked back. A little cheekiness from Sarah there.
Yeah.
That's it for the...
She did see the green glow of a test tube in the basement window.
and heard something break.
Did I do that? PJ, fetch my supplies.
So that is the story
PJ's
of the rattling
down the
house.
street.
Yeah, PJ would ride a unicycle. And he would be really mad.
I would have been the highest paid sitcom writer in 1998 of all time.
PJ would be actually really mad. There'd be an episode where he's mad about motorized unicycles because it's ruining the sport.
The crossover app with Step by Step would have been fucking incredible.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it for the rattling house.
Hey, it rattled. It shook. I gotta say, if the one thing was we have to acknowledge that it probably shook, right? There was enough like people seeing it.
Yeah.
So whatever happened, something
So
was shaking.
it did
the house.
happen.
It was shaking.
It did happen.
Yeah, which again makes it less likely to be ghosts because ghosts don't do anything. but yes.
So how do we feel? We're gonna get into the Bink scale. Fun fact about the Bink scale.
Maybe Nellie Butler was drawing a crowd. Nellie Butler was like, "Ooh, a chance to get more a throng of adoring fans. I'm gonna shake this fucking house."
You think it's Nellie Butler?
She loves that attention, that girl.
For everyone wondering about our Bink scale,
Oh, yeah.
we have 1, which means that it is fully binked.
We binked it on this show.
We do not believe whatsoever. No ghosts.
There's nothing left to bink there.
Or 100 unbinked
100?
full ghosts.
It's very funny because you're just making it weirder when I give everything a 1. Because now it's like I'm ignoring hundreds of degrees of interest.
So for this episode, the Bink scale goes from 1 to 100.
Yeah.
In honor of us coming back to ghosts.
Oh, okay.
And indefinitely.
In honor of
it might
episode-
stay that way.
31.
28.
Damn, I was gonna say 28. Fuck.
You should have doubted yourself.
No, well, also I knew because I've done the last 4 episodes, so I had or 5, so I had the numbers.
So yeah, from a scale of 1 to 100.
Right.
How are you feeling about this ghost?
I'm thinking Uno.
That's
Uno.
PJ. That's PJ Walker, or whatever his name is. PJ Wendell. Giving I think 1. I'd give it a 1 out of 100.
I also have to give this one a 1.
A 1.
Yeah.
You made the scale go to 100 so we could both give it a 1.
Yeah.
You didn't want to give it like a 7.8.
I was
like,
thinking
you want to
10.
try.
I was thinking 10, but you know what? I just
Get off of the. If we only ever give 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, we're just doing 10, but in an annoying way. You've got to give it like a 13 or something.
And that was the point of the bit.
so
Well, you see.
I think it's very proven that it was the motor in the house.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
You didn't
we
see-
don't.
no
we
one
don't
saw
have
the motor.
pictures.
Yeah.
That's gonna bump it up to a 2 for me.
I think part of it is if it wasn't a motor, it could have been anything. Like I said, it could have been a gas compressor. It could have been a fucking what? It could have been like a
car airbag.
If we push the washing machine up against the wall in this way, it shakes the whole house because there's a beam right there. Like if the asshole who wanted the house to shake can make it shake once he gets into it.
And that reminds me, we got to make a video of me trying to figure out how to make my house shake.
You fucking collapse your house. I do think that people in these stories need to be a little more specific sometimes, and especially with like the number of occurrences.
Yeah.
It's the one thing I did appreciate with like the Dover Demon was it was like 3 reports.
Yeah.
That's it. No tomfoolery, and no one could be like, "Oh, I saw 6 months." It's like these are the 3.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. That is the part that I am least clear about is how often it happens.
Exactly. Because every night is crazy, but
even
also
once every year.
Well, I'm saying like twice a year makes me go like, "Oh, okay, that's why people came out because they're like, oh my god, the house is shaking again." You know?
Yeah.
Whereas like But although it did say back to back one night, right? Because it went from 1,000 to 500.
Let me see.
Although I guess it could have been.
The next day.
Yeah. So I guess it definitely shook 2 days in a row. That might have been also the first incident. You know, when he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna ride this. Well, I'll have this house by the fucking end of the week." And the landlord was like, "I don't give a fuck. I hope it falls down and kills you, you fucking loser."
The landlord is like, "You're gonna have to figure out how to fix that."
Yeah. I'll have a guy come look at it, and then like one poor Nigerian man who hasn't been explained what the problem is like. Oh, and he has to go to like Home Depot to get more tools, you know?
But yeah, that's it.
Hey.
That's it for this episode. 1, and I'm going to give it a 2.
Okay.
Because there was no actual physical evidence.
A 2, which in our scale is functionally a 1.
Yes.
Okay.
But honorarily higher than a 1.
It's closer to 1 than a 2 would be in the old scale, some would say.
Thank you all for listening to this episode of Ghost Binkers. Please follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Ghost Binkers. Or you can email us, ghostbinkers@gmail.com. We would love if you shared a story or requested one. Sarah reached out to us and requested this. Yeah. And we did it.
And we do it. We're pretty malleable.
Yell at us, argue with us. We like that stuff too.
Yeah.
It's fun. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, and of course that can only be 5 stars ever. And tell a couple of friends. Bring them into the Bink Squad. Yeah. We need a big Bink Squad. It's important.
Yeah.
And if you can't be bothered, just go to ghostbinkers.com. Your one-stop shop for all things Ghost Binkers. Thank you to the authors of these articles, links to the stories. Well, let me personally thank these authors. Thank you to Sarah Barnacle,
the goat,
and Mark Sullivan,
secondary goat. I don't know Mark as well.
I don't know Mark, but Sarah, friend of the show, we love
Class
her.
act.
I will link these.
Just kidding, Mark. I'm kidding.
I will link these in
any friend of Sarah's a friend of
Specimes.
ours.
Yeah. We don't know if they're friends.
Oh.
They could be rivals.
Okay.
We don't know. I'll ask her.
Okay.
I'll ask her.
I wouldn't. Don't bother her. We got to figure out the exact amount to bother her before she's like,
hey, these guys gotta fuck off.
She has a job to do. They're cutting funding into the paper every day, because they're not right-wing enough or whatever what's going on with news. So.
I will link these articles.
Yes.
Check them out.
Give them a read. Give them a click.
Keep their news popping. And we will catch you on the next episode.
What should I do with my hands? Do I do too much stuff with my hands?
I don't think so.
I feel like Terry is always like, you're always touching things, and she's like, I can see you on the podcast.
Do you
gribble?
Do you want a Jimmy fidget
I do
cube?
little bits of like.
Oh, and then the werewolf came out of the
Well, I think
the
when you're doing a
spider.
little thing, I
The
think that's
werewolf
okay.
crumbled out of the hallway.
I think that's good. I was performative.
But I'm not hosting anymore now. I gotta fucking.
You can still do
Oh,
it.
what if he had a boner?
There was that clip where you were like, oh, and the ghouls. And I was like, yeah, that's good. That's good.
It was the liches in the tower.
The liches in the tower. That's exactly what I'm talking about.